Alright. Alright. This might be the most boring video on my channel because I think I'm just going to talk. I have no script, don't even know what I'm going to say. I'm just going to talk about how I've been feeling recently when it comes to music and really everything, just life. I'm just going to talk about my life. This is a draw your life video, so I'm actually going to draw in this video now. This is me, and I've been feeling uninspired recently. Not recently, really, for like the past 2 months maybe. And it's a new feeling for me, I feel like. I don't even know if I'm gonna upload this video because there's not really a point. I feel like it's mainly just gonna be like a video of me complaining for circumstances that I have put myself in. So I want y'all to know, I want the xolemates to know, this isn't a call to action for you to, you know, help support me or, yeah, again, I don't know. But I do want to make this video because I want to document this chapter that I've been in. Part of this video is also an apology to the xolemates, to y'all, for not dropping a lot of videos this year, or last year, or even really the year before that. I feel like when I lived in Nashville, that was like 2022, 2023, I was making a lot of videos because that's all I was doing. I was just spending my whole day in my room making YouTube tutorials. But I also don't want to look back on that chapter with like rose-colored glasses and think that life was perfect back then, because it wasn't. I was actually in a worse headspace, mental headspace, than I am now. The funny thing is, I'm struggling to make art and to make videos. And for me, that is really painful, but I also want to make the note that I'm actually doing really well with life. I have incredible friends. I have, you know, an incredible family. I have people that I love in my life, and I'm extremely blessed. But on the artistic side, which is a huge side of me, that side is really struggling. So I guess this video is more of a discussion on life versus art, or life versus work. I feel like as a human, we're always striving for perfection and we're never gonna reach it because we're human and we have faults and we always fall short and nothing in life is ever gonna be perfect. Right now, life, doing really well, loving life. Art, not so much. And in Nashville, it was the complete opposite. Either completely lose myself in the art and, you know, find that joy back in my heart of being fully enveloped in creation, or like I'm doing right now, just thinking more about life things, which I need to be doing as an adult. Specifically, we're going to talk about that I've had a part-time job, and that's a new thing for me, you know, working a job that's not related to art at all. I'm working at a car dealership, made that video a while ago, talking about the fact that I had to do that, and I did have to do that because the bank account told me I had to do that. I'm not sure if I have the confidence and the bravery to categorize this uninspired chapter I've been in as creative block. That's scary for me to say, but I think maybe we should say that in this video, so I'm going to say that. It's pretty new to me sitting down and opening up a project on Premiere Pro, a YouTube video, ready to edit, and editing for like 20 minutes, and then just having like my whole body want to get out of it. I don't know what the reason is, why I just can't really sit down and work on these things. I think a lot of it can come down to perfection. I would say I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to the things that I work on. It's hard for me to make a video with no point, with no final product. And this video right now is an exercise in that, because y'all are probably watching, and I don't even know if you're still watching. And I want you to know there's not going to be a final, like, I've figured out the balance between these two things. It's that I need to spend an hour doing this and then an hour doing that. I have no clue. There is a positive in all this, though, and that is the fact that I just want y'all to know I'm never going to stop making music. That's always the end goal, is to just keep making music. Which makes me think of the fact that, you know, I am still doing things. I'm still getting things done. It's just I'm putting so much on my plate. Like 2 months ago, I really hammered down finishing merch for the first time to have merch on my YouTube channel, and it's out. I have these pieces of clothing that are really cool. I'm gonna go grab them. Xolemates logo on front. Keep making music on the back. This was the first iteration of the merch when I had the logo right in the center. I've since moved it to the pocket design, and black and white, keep making music. This was a little bit too small, so it's bigger. These are all just small things that I've perfected. Again, perfectionist. These shirts I'm really proud of. This is a design that I drew, and then keep making music, and then we got the logo on the sleeve. And we also got a nice corduroy cap with the logo. Again, this is not a call to action to buy my merch and help me financially, because the problem I have right now, unlike when I talked about Nashville and how much I was struggling with paying rent, I'm actually doing much better financially because I'm working an actual job. And that's a new feeling that I'm getting used to as well. Not always having the overbearing anxiety of having to pay rent. So only buy the Xolemates merch if you actually like it. I'm actually gonna move the shirts around because now it looks like I'm branding myself through this whole message. I'm gonna talk more about my job, but for now I wanna say that the goal is still, you know, quit the job and go back to working 100% on the music, because I feel like that will help. But it's just so hard to get to a point where you can make all your money making art, being on YouTube, at least living somewhat comfortably. Like I mentioned when I announced that I'm getting a part-time job, I am confident that I could make being a full-time YouTuber work. It's just that it would muddy my mission. I feel such an aversion to making tutorials all day and just shilling out to every company that hits me up for sponsorships. There's a good amount of companies that contact me for sponsorships, and I get excited every time I see a new message, but every time I read them, I just realize like this is not something that I'm aligned with. Almost all of the companies are like AI music generation products, and you know, they're offering like a good amount of money, but it's just, that is not at all what my channel is about. My channel is about authenticity and how to make music and be real in your music. And I don't want to make a video like, hey, check out this product, you can press a button and you get a real sounding guitar riff, or hey, just type in these lyrics and some AI artist is going to sing on your song. If you want to hear my real thoughts on AI and music, you should check out Felix and I's last Sound Lodge episode. I'm not a fan. I really am proud of my YouTube channel right now and the videos that I'm making. I'm proud of the fact that I'm staying true to who I am and what I believe in music. You know, my videos aren't getting barely any views, but I'm proud of the videos that I'm making. It's just pure documentation of an independent artist trying to make music in his home studio. Again, the decision to not see other music producers find success on YouTube and try to do what they're doing, this is a decision that I have made, and I am fully aware of what it's doing to my YouTube channel right now. It forced me to have to get money from a traditional job, but it helped me not sacrifice who I am to pay rent. I'm fully confident in the decision that I made to get that job, and it's actually a job that I really enjoy. Like, I really like my boss. He's an awesome guy. He understands that my goal is to, you know, stop working for him, but I also really do like the job, so I don't know how long I'm gonna have it. And I guess this chapter, the more I talk about it, the more I realize this is just a chapter that I'm trying to learn now how to still go 100% at the music alongside working a job that has nothing to do with music. This video is also more of like an open discussion. I want to see what y'all have to say about all this. Something I'm aware of is the fact that 99% of y'all are going through these same things. You know, you're still trying to find a balance between making music, making art, and working and making money. So I'm going to be going through the comments of this video. I'd love to see just, you know, what situation you're going through, what chapter you're in right now with the balance. Here's something I also want to point out. It's not so much that the situation I'm in is making it really difficult to finish my creative works. 80% of it is me. I actually have the time to make these videos and to make the music. The creative block that I'm in is more the fact that I'm not used to having my schedule all over the place. I'm trying to get used to, you know, having a day where I have to go to the office at 11 and 2, so that means that I need to work an hour doing this thing, go to the office, come back, eat lunch, spend another 30 minutes doing this thing, go to the office, come back, and then spend like 4 hours doing this thing, and then I also need to exercise. I also need to hang out with my roommates, hang out with the people that I love, and continue to build on the life side of things. I've wanted to make this kind of video for so long. I've wanted to talk about my job and the way that it's changing the way that I approach YouTube and make music and make all these things, but I'm struggling to articulate it in a way that doesn't sound like I'm not just so completely grateful that I have a wonderful life, a great support group, great people in my life, and then I can also chase my dreams at the same time. It's like I'm so blessed. But I do want to talk about this because it's what I'm going through, and I want to document it for the future. You know, I'm always going to be making music, so maybe 10 years down the line, I'm more successful in this, and I can look back and be like, yeah, I remember when I first started working that job, and it's something that I had to do, and it's something that I had to learn how to navigate. This is also a blessing that I have with my part-time job now. I'm not making a lot of money. I'm just making barely enough money to where I can pay rent every month, and it's not overbearing on my shoulders. So now that I have that, I think I could, you know, have certain chapters where I just focus on one thing, whether that's just making YouTube videos for a month, see how that goes, see how that makes me feel creatively, or just forget everything and work on, you know, making an album like I did in December. The more I talk about it, the more I realize that would actually really help. That would help me in all of the times when I sit down, when I just have like an hour and a half to work on something. I know exactly what that thing is, instead of sitting down and being like, should I work on the song? Should I work on editing the video? Should I work on editing the podcast? What should I do today? And just being completely honest, a lot of times when that happens and I don't have a clear idea of what I need to work on, I just open up YouTube and I start watching YouTube videos because I'm like, I need to be inspired. But inevitably, that just leads to watching more creative YouTube videos, and then I'm like, okay, I need to leave for work. Something that I am confident in saying is that I would much rather have this than my situation in Nashville. The situation in Nashville was just 100% grinding out YouTube videos, grinding out music, and wearing myself so thin mentally. Right now, I'm struggling to make things creatively, but I'm building a stronger foundation personally. And in the long run, that is what I need to be doing. I want to do this my whole life. I want to have this YouTube channel my whole life. I want to make music my whole life. I want to keep making music. So the number one way to keep doing that is to be healthy, is to live a long time, to have my head the whole time. I think the real message for this video is that I'm still figuring everything out. I'm still figuring out the exact creative career path I want to focus on. And I just want y'all to know that, you know, you could look at successful artists, touring bands, movie directors, your favorite authors, and look at their success and think to yourself, they have it all figured out. That's who I want to be. And I just want you to know that most likely your life is better than theirs. And everyone has things they struggle with, has doubts about if they're on the correct path. All we can really do is just keep going. For the past 4-5 years that I've been doing YouTube full time, I never really had like a savings account that I took seriously. And just recently, I like opened up a new savings account and have been trying to build it. And that's something you need to do as an adult. I'm glad that I'm figuring all of these things out. I wish it wouldn't take so long for me to find my groove again, but I'm glad I'm figuring these things out before I have found success as an artist. I feel like it could have been detrimental having the YouTube channel blow up, or having, Coleman Payne, having my music on there blow up before I really find roots. And I'm building roots right now. It's uncomfortable for me because I've always been a guy who kind of lives in the clouds, but I am thankful for this chapter. I think the more I talk about it, this has been good for me. I'm realizing that I'm not as lost as I thought I was. Xolemates, I love you. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your patience. I'm sorry for the lack of artistic content I've been producing, but I want you to know that I'm never leaving. I'm going to be an artist my whole life. So keep making music. And hopefully I'll see you in a few days when my next YouTube video drops. And then a few days after that. And then just a few days after that. And I don't drop a video every 5 weeks. I think that'd be good. To focus more on the thing that I've been building for close to a decade. I think that's probably a good idea.